Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Roy again, here with another development update. I got a new launcher I'm about to show you. I got some new objects in the game that I'm excited to show off. And I have some awesome news. As of right now, I am officially approved with my Steam page. So I loaded up some early screenshots just to get things going. Go down in the description, you'll see a link if you want to get this on your wish list. I'm hoping to do playtesting real soon. Um, that's actually changed up how I want to launch the game. If you remember my earlier videos, there was a game launcher and you could pick multiple zones from, and that was pretty cool. But it also required me to maintain a completely different piece of software. And so now with the Steam page, I can use Steam as my delivery. Steam can make sure that players have the latest zone because it has a whole bunch of verification or file verification stuff in it. And I'll still have the client; it'll still be there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited that I got approved. So go to the page. There's a link in the description below, and to hit that wish list button and start following me there. So let's jump into the game itself. You'll see a couple changes now when the game launches. So I'm already logged in. If I wasn't logged in, the game would tell you to log in here. So we'll let it kick off. And there you go. So it jumped right to picking a zone to start off here. I'm going to go into my cloud zone. Notice this quick join button. So whatever the last zone you joined is, because there can be multiple zones, it's going to be in your quick join, so you don't always have to find it on the list. So I'm just going to quick join that. Nothing too different here. You'll probably remember all this. I think I might have shown the airport in the last video. Yeah, I definitely did. Some new delivery things here, and let's just like jump in the game and I'll show you. So the first thing is, check out these dudes. Turrets, that's right. So the zone developers can put the turrets down if they want. So it can be part of their map. They can assign the turrets to a team if they want, or they can make them totally neutral. So that way they're just going to shoot at everybody. And the other thing they can do is make it so you can destroy the turrets. So right now you can't destroy the turrets, and I'll show you how they act in a little bit. But you can make it so the turrets can take damage, or maybe they're infinite strike turrets. So to go check out the turrets, while we check out the turrets, check out the area up here. I got some new 3D objects that came in on top of the turrets. I got containers now. Some containers you can walk through, others are closed off, some have doors, some don't. Just kind of keep an area up here as I kind of try and avoid these turrets, because these turrets can shoot you. Let's talk about how I implemented the turret. So it's two different 3D objects. You have your base, which doesn't move, right? And you see where my mouse is right there? That's a Godot mesh instance. And then you have your top part, which is the actual turret that does move. Might be a little hard to tell in the video, but there are two different kinds of turrets. This one on the bottom left here is going to be more of like your anti-tank, anti-vehicle turret. This is going to be your anti-personnel turret. And as they rotate, what you're not seeing is there's a giant area here. An area is just a type of object in Godot that tells you if something's inside of it. And it's actually pretty big. The area can actually see probably to right about here. So it sees me right now in the area. But whenever something's inside that area, the turret's also shooting what's called a raycast. Think of a raycast as like a straight line, right? Think if you had like a laser pointer and that laser pointer was shooting straight. And it's shooting straight. And even if it sees me here, it's saying, can it actually see me, or is there a wall in between? Which is why it's not shooting me, right? So notice they're pointing two different directions. Let's step out. So it still can't see me because I'm behind it right now. And if I go behind this truck, it should also still not see me. This guy might be kind of close with him because I gave the turret some good range. But what if I go right here? So now when it comes around, this... Oh, Jesus. No. Alright, so that guy saw me. This guy, there he is. Oh, no, I died. So let's go do it again. So because I am in its area, notice the new container area I'm working on here. Because I'm going to be in the turret's area here, because it's going to shoot that ray and it can see me, it's now going to start following me. But if I get back here, well, now not only am I out of its range, it can't see me with that little laser. Let's put a car in between us. Alright, no, I gotta get behind the car. Alright, so now if the car's in between us, it's not going to shoot at me. There's a couple of things I'm experimenting with it. Do I want the turret to be able to see me but not shoot at me. So what if the turret can see through walls, right? So that way it wouldn't matter if there's a wall in between. It might still be able to shoot me or see me, but it just might not shoot me. So I might make that an option for the turret. Actually, now that I think about it, that sounds kind of cool. So I will put a flag in for the turrets that says see through walls. And if it can do that, then it'll fixate on me, but it won't shoot me. I bet I can do that in real time. All right, let's do it in real time. Let's see if it's as simple as I think it's going to be. We're gonna have to give it a second because if you all remember, my laptop is awesome, but anytime I'm recording with OBS, this thing just chugs. You saw a couple different projects I have there in Godot. Couple different even SpecFreq projects. You have the chat server, you have the game server, you have the zone, and the client, which is still there, but now that client's embedded in here as well. I did make some other small updates. The chat server now has a banned word list. If I'm gonna want people to be able to chat between their teams, I want to make sure no one's saying anything too dumb. And so the banned word list just replaces those words with smiley faces and all that. Okay, cool. So let's go back to where we were. So here's our world. This is where the game is set to spawn the player. You can see the new container area that I'm working on. It's like a parking lot. I'm gonna park a bunch of semi-trucks here eventually that you can drive. And I think I showed this last time, but you guys have seen the airport, right? There's the airport. Just working on some fencing around it, which I might have already showed it, so that's not that big of a deal. Oh, and I did change one thing. I'll show you since I'm in here. If we go oh no. If we go all the way over here, this is now going to be like an ocean type of area here. The map is all messed up because I'm way zoomed out. But anyway, that's going to be like an ocean, and I'll probably have like a little like island/peninsula thing. So anyway, let's not get distracted. All right, so here's the two turrets. Remember that line I was telling you about, the raycast? That's this red line shooting out right here. So this box is the area for the turret. The red line is the raycast. So if I were to take this turret, for example, and rotate it, notice how it all rotates with it. All right, so notice that this turret's box is a little bit bigger. The anti-personnel one's a little bit bigger. Notice it's raycast, so let's go in and see if we can edit it. So I'm going to go into turret human. And let's load up Visual Studio. Should have kicked this off earlier. Visual Studio is going to take a second to load up here. You can see the different turret objects while it loads. There's your base right there at the bottom. That's not rotating. The only thing that's actually rotating is this top part here. So the bomb stays still. And then you can see some of the options that the editors can pick. So does it have tracer rounds? And if it does, how often does it shoot those tracers? Tracers are like the lit up bullets that it shoots out, right? What kind of bullet do you want to shoot? So right now there's a couple of different options. The anti-vehicle one's going to shoot rockets or cannons. The people one's going to shoot bullets. And then how fast does it shoot? This can get pretty crazy because remember it's the computer that's steering and the computer sees you all the time. So let's see if we can make it where the turret can have infrared, for lack of a better term, I guess, so it can see through walls, but it won't shoot at you unless it can actually see you. So the first thing I want to do is go up here to my exports, and I'm going to have this thing called see through walls. So I'm going to set it to false by default, because by default we don't want the turrets to see through walls. And now I'm going to go down here. This is the process function in Godot. All your 3D objects, all your objects that are in the scene is just like, think of it as the world. All of your objects have a process function, and basically every frame this function is going to run. So you got to be a little careful with how many of your objects actually have that function, because you have too many of these and it will start to slow your game down. Even if there's not much to do in there, it's still taking up some time from your CPU, right? And so this is the process function for the turret. Notice this is a base turret object. You also have a human turret and a machine turret. They both inherit from the turret object. So anything I change to here is going to impact both turrets. And here I'm checking, so is the player, this is where the player gets detected in a detection area. If it sees someone in there, it tells them to start following that person. But it's not until the process function kicks in where it says, hey, I have someone here that I'm tracking, but am I colliding with them? That's kind of these nested if statements here. I put it inside of a try catch just to, make sure that if this comes back as null or something happened, it doesn't like kill the whole game. Oh, good, the color kicked in. So in this case, I'm saying, is the raycast colliding? Does it see anything? Or is it bumped into? Remember, the raycast is that long line. Get whatever object it's colliding with. This get collider thing, if it's not colliding with anything, even if this is true, let's say it's really not or something, it's going to return null. So here I'm going to make sure it's not null because I don't want to reference something that's not there. And I'm saying if it's a character that is controlled, which all the human characters are inherit from this class called controllable character, then the character's in scope. And then we go down here, and if the character's in scope, then let's start tracking them. And if you can shoot them, shoot them. Otherwise, we're just going to rotate and keep looking for people, right? So I think all we're going to do here is say, if it can see through walls, so we're still going to do this, right? It's still going to check if there is a character colliding, and it's still going to check if it can see someone. Because I still want to know if it can actually see the player from the turret, right? We still want to know if there's a wall in between. So I'm going to not touch this section up here. I'm going to go to line 63. I'm going to say, if the character is in scope, or it can see through walls, because we know it's not going to come in here unless there's something in its like original area, right? Then let's look at that something, but we don't want to shoot if the character is actually in scope. So character in scope is not going to be set to true unless the turret has a direct line of sight to the character, right? If it doesn't have a direct line of sight to the character, it won't shoot at all. And if see-through walls isn't on, it's not even going to hone in on the character. So to test this, why don't we go into Godot? Well, first let's build it. So notice the options now. I'm going to hit this build button. And as long as I didn't do anything wrong, which I didn't make many code changes, so I shouldn't see any issues, the build should be successful. So here we are jumping on in a sec here. Just going to get there, it goes. Okay, so now you see this option here, right? The cool thing about Godot is I can actually make it where instead of like, let's say I have a couple turrets. So I have these two turrets. This is a human one. This is a machine one. I only want one of these turrets to be able to see through walls and lock it on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this object. I like to duplicate on the y-axis. So I'm going to press Control D. And let's put this turret. No, we'll keep it here. Yeah, let's keep it there. No big deal. For this turret, I'm not going to rename it. I'm just going to STW for see-through walls. I'm going to rename it just so we know the difference between the two. I'm going to click yes for this one. So cool thing is this, because it's an option, right? Any turret I put down has this option. I'm going to leave this one as off. Can't see through walls, so it's not going to ping on me. This one can. So this middle turret should lock into me when I'm in here, but it shouldn't shoot at me until I step outside. I'm going to move this one a little over so that way I at least have some sort of chance. And why don't I make the shooting from this one be a little bit more intense? Just for fun, because why not, right? You can see the machine turret doesn't shoot as fast, but it does shoot a rocket, and only take one of these rockets to hurt you. Alright, so let's see if this works. I think it's seems to be pretty straightforward, so I'm not really seeing any issues here. I'm going to spend a lot of time over the next week really putting stuff in the map. I've been trying to fill it out as much as possible. I really only have like the center city area going. I want to build some additional bases. I got some new 3D objects coming in the game, which are pretty awesome. Some teleporters. Another shout out to Cameron. I'll have a link to his Fiverr down in the description below. You guys can check him out. So, all right, let's jump in the game here. All right, so look at this turret, locked in. Ooh, it's even following me. It's kind of creepy. It's like the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park. You know what I bet what could be kind of cool? I might make that raycast at the perfect height to see through windows. Look at this bro right here, not doing anything. Oh, well, he's shooting me. Oh, and this guy shoots fast now. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Notice my health's going down. So this dude's just tracking me. Oh yeah, look, because I probably do have the window thing on. I wonder what it saw through. The door's, no. Yeah, that's cool. When the door opens, so it's fixated right on me. Check him out, right? But when the door opens, right, so right now it's shooting that raycast at me. The door's closed, but the second I go and open the door, there it is. That's cool. I'm gonna go between it and go to these cars. See, because it can shoot through walls, it doesn't even care that I'm right here, right? I actually need to just completely get out of its range. I'm gonna die. There you go. Which also shows you how far away these turrets can reach. Can I shoot them from here? Yeah, I can. Should we snipe it? I don't have any damage on these turrets yet, so it doesn't do much for you to shoot them. I think I can make it through this little dungeon area. Ooh, how did that turret not see me? Hey, buddy. Probably because I went too fast is my guess. Oh, did I break something? I must have broke something for the other one. For this one not to have seen me. Oh no. This guy won't stop shooting at me now. Can I defeat this guy? Oh yeah, he shoots way too fast. I can't keep it that. So anyway, that's where I'm at with these turrets. Here's some of those container boxes, which are pretty cool. Notice, like I said, some of them you can walk through. The doors are totally open. Some of them, these doors are shut, so you can't walk through them at all. And then there's some like these where the doors have fallen off because there was an accident or something. Let's drive this white van to get out of here. Yeah, I think that's about it for this update. Look for more stuff probably next week. I don't think I'll be able to put out a video within the next week. I got a bunch of stuff going on, but the next video what you should see is the map being much more built up. I'm probably going to put I really want to add some additional bases like out in the woods and other spots. Let's go. Yeah, airport. I have been toying with the idea of adding some sort of like helicopter or something that you could fly in the game, because I think that could be a lot of fun. Cool if you could board these planes. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully playtest this soon. When it does, I'll be sending some keys out, so join us on Discord. I'll probably grab from the folks on there before anything. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.